I would encourage her to talk about anything, and it's really sad because B would start to panic and would start to just say anything. I saw something at the store today, and it would become a what B was talking about was too boring, and eventually it would just be silent again because B would be so panicked about what to say and if it was good enough, and eventually our mom would just turn the radio back up. Eventually, Dr. Laura would come back and the volume would just go back up and B would be back to being a ghost. And eventually we would get to the other side and we would get some chicken tenders from Jack in the Box and a large Coke and fries, and we would go about our business, and eventually we would drive back. And Dr. Laura, if you've listened, she's not always on. It's a specific time, and when we could catch that specific time, it was like there was no ghost between us, no silence between us. Looking back, it makes my heart really sad to think of B in that vehicle trying so hard to speak, and knowing now that it probably wasn't all B and it wasn't all her fault. And I have some guilt for that because I know that that constriction in our throat, it wasn't her. It wasn't her tightness. It wasn't her inability to speak. And it makes me sad because internally, B was talking a mile a minute about the most wonderful stuff, but it only mattered when everybody else had spoken first. If our mother wouldn't even listen to B, if our mother could speak B's full name, full legal name, and still think that her words were not good enough, that Dr. Laura's words were better. It's sad. It's sad. And it's why we always say that it's never been just some huge moment. It's these little things. We grew up and it translated into our everyday life. We struggle to speak if somebody else is already speaking. We get panicked if we are driving with somebody and all of a sudden there's silence. Even if the other person's not even remotely falling asleep, internally, we have to talk about something. We have to say something. We have to fill the air with something. So we would start saying, I love you. Any chance that there was a silence, I love you, just to hear her say, I love you back. Because we didn't know what else to say. We didn't think anything was worthy of conversation, but maybe she would say I love you back. And so when we grew up, we began to say I love you to anybody that would listen, anybody that would repeat it back. Even when they didn't repeat it back, we still would say I love you. I don't mean this as in I don't want to tell people I love you. I do want you all to know that I love you. We love you so freaking much. But somebody saying I love you to me makes no difference if, one, I don't really believe that they do love me. For example, their actions aren't implying they love me. And two, if you tell me you love me, then tell me why. Don't just say I love you. Why do you love me? What do I do? What is it about me? Is it my brain, my words, my heart, my work ethic, my body, the way I treat others, the way I treat myself? What is it that you love? I spent years in a car seeking validation through love. I would leave that car and I would rush into my room as fast as possible. And it was almost like I needed a deep brief from the drive. Keep in mind, all I've told you we've done is do some shopping and listen to Dr. Laura. All we've done is drive. We even got lunch. So why would a child be so nervous system overloaded from a drive? It was an hour there and an hour back. Not counting whatever time it took in the errands. We would need rest after because internally there was an emptiness and a sadness and a hole, and we couldn't figure out how to eat enough chicken tenders to fill the hole. And we would do it again the next time she asked because we just wanted our mom. We just wanted to be with somebody, to be wanted, to be chosen to get to go. She just wanted somebody to keep her awake. She just wanted somebody to talk to her so she wasn't bored. I have no interest in being a ghost to others. If I have the ability to be a ghost to someone, I'm gonna disappear. It's not a threat. It's just fact. If I have the ability to disappear from somebody's life and they don't even notice I'm gone yet, I'm gonna use it to my advantage. I can only warn people so many times. If every part of my soul says the same thing to somebody, maybe in different ways, but we all say the same thing and somebody still doesn't hear what we are saying, then we speak a different language. And this language, if we don't speak the same language, then I can't speak to you. At least not in this way. I can always surface level. I can speak your language long enough to get to safety. But there's a difference between silence and quiet. Both have been a superpower of mine, but only one of them feels good to me. I didn't know what quiet sounded like. I only knew silence. Silence. If you don't know this, I'm going to teach you it. See, that's why you're listening. Silence is how it feels when you are sitting in a room and you are listening to the sound of footsteps approaching and you are trying your hardest not to breathe because you know if he hears you, those footsteps are going to get to your room quicker and that door is going to slam open and there's going to be yelling, or the door will just swing open and he'll stand there staring at you, never saying a word, silent. And he'll stare at you, and you'll try not to look at him, and then he'll say something small, and you won't look at him. You're being silent. You're not making a word. And then he says, "Look at me when I'm talking to you." And you'll look up at him, not saying a word. That is silence. Silence is walking into a house and trying not to make a noise because you don't know what's in it. Silence is putting your hand over your own mouth so somebody doesn't hear you cry. Silence is somebody else putting their hand over your mouth so another person can't hear you too. Silence is what you do when you don't want somebody to be heard crying. Silence is what you do to somebody when you don't want anybody to know that they're screaming under your hand. Quiet is different. Quiet is how it feels when your family is safe in bed. Not the family that hurt you, the family you created, whether that is friends, family, whatever it be. Quiet is everybody safe and warm and peacefully dreaming in their house, in their warm beds, in their own little happy places. And you're sitting there with a cup of your favorite beverage, warm or iced, whatever. And you're looking at a calendar too. You're just looking and you're listening maybe to the sound of night creatures. Maybe it's daytime and you have the window open and the house is quiet, but the kids outside are running around laughing. Maybe you don't have kids and the house is quiet, but you can hear your dog snoring on his little bed. Maybe the house is quiet, but you can smell the cookies baking and your stomach's growling. The house is quiet, but your stomach's growling. See, that's the difference between silence and quiet. Silence feels dangerous. Silence feels like you can mess it up. Quiet is just